bemoaning the fact that Jamal Williams, who had 17 touchdowns, it was a 22 season, how could they possibly not re-sign him? He was the heart and soul of this team. And then they go and they draft a running back in the first round. What are you thinking? I think if answers weren't there the last 2 years, they had to be answered last night with what Jahmyr Gibbs is and provides this offense and the workhorse that he can be.
Guys, it's clear as day. What did you take out of that football game? And if you want to bask and celebrate, you know the number. 248-539-9797.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto M5 South.
Hey, football fans, buckle up, because for the first time ever, we've got 5 straight days of playoff football in college and the pros, and FanDuel is celebrating with the great payoff. That's a no-sweat same-game parlay every day for all 5 days. With a no-sweat SGP, you can combine your bets from the same game for a chance at an even bigger winnings. And if it doesn't hit, you're going to get your bonus bets back. So not only do you have to watch...
In 6 miles, take the exit to merge onto I-696 toward Port Huron.
5 chances to win big. All you have to do is visit FanDuel.com/chances to be part of this epic run. That's FanDuel.com/chances.
Don't make me...
It's a great payoff, and it's only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Must be 21 or over in present Michigan. Opt-in required. Minimum 3-leg parlay required. Refund issued is now in trouble. Bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
Hello.
From the WW2.
Hello. Hi.
I'm in an awkward position right now. I'm in the bathroom. I have no pants on. Dad's phone just rang.
Yep.
It rang?
Yeah, I heard it. I couldn't even get to it.
What do you mean my phone rang? I've got...
They're right here.
No, my phone is... I'm looking at my phone.
Maybe it was Ricky's.
Yep,
Ricky's
that was...
talking to you on his phone.
Yep, that was mine.
I heard a phone ring.
Yep.
Well, it's not ours.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right, dear.
I've got bruises, Mike.
What?
I've got bruises that I didn't even notice.
Well, hopefully you'll start feeling better.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
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 All right.
This is Bummer Esiason with an RC Sports Minute, sponsored by TGL, presented by SoFi. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Aaron Rodgers' 4 touchdown passes gave him 503 for his illustrious career. Only Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Brett Favre have more. Raiders tight end Brock Bowers set the NFL rookie record for receptions with 112. What a year he had. I'm Bummer Esiason.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf, Tiger Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour. Split into 16 or more. TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one...
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
New. Call at Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Check engine light on. Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
With me today is Applied Innovation customer Brian Carter, President and CEO of Ram Trenton, Maine. What type of equipment does Applied Innovation provide?
Yeah, so we have 3 die cut machines from Applied Innovation, the die cutting machine, as well as a couple folding machines
such equipment, service is a big issue.
And that's one of the reasons why we chose Applied Innovation.
In 2 miles, take the exit to merge onto I-696 toward Port Huron.
And the owner making himself available to us, to our sales rep, and to the customer service individuals that we deal with.
And you've benefited from the Applied Innovation relationship.
They have enabled us to be able to get into other pieces of equipment that we would have never had, which again, in turn, made us more profitable.
World-class products, world-class service. Make your business more profitable. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit applieddinnovation.com.
Hi, I'm Joy Harris, Chief Operating Officer of DTE Energy.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
Energy affordable, so DTE is lowering your bills. We've cut our costs to reduce energy by $300 million, and we're passing those savings on to you. This will help offset the cost of future investments to improve reliability, reducing outages by 30% and cutting restoration times in half by 2029. DTE will provide you with cleaner, reliable, affordable energy.
Winter weather can be dangerous. When businesses and stores do nothing to protect you from a slip and fall, they're responsible when you get hurt. At Michigan Slip and Fall Lawyers, we protect you. Go to falllaw.com for your free consultation. That's falllaw.com.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket is presented by BetQL. Smarter bets
Use the right lane to take the exit to merge onto I-696 toward Port Huron.
today. Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Take the exit.
Behind Goff is up under center. Back Gibbs. They give it to Junior Big. Oh, there he goes. Down to the 20-yard line. And going to big 15. Gone, baby. 5. End zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. 25 yards.
4-touchdown day for Jahmyr Gibbs. Led the NFL in touchdowns, set a Lions record. He stepped up big. And the offense wasn't humming from the jump, but you stick with it. He gets to the second level, John. He's special at the second level.
Yeah. I mean, when he's special really at any point. I mean, he's proven he can run between the tackles, but when he hits that extra gear,
In about 17 miles, take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 south toward Flint, Detroit.
it's so much fun and special to watch.
He accelerates while changing directions. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but he can do that, and that's why when you get linebackers going side to side, he's got a step, he gone, and we saw it. I mean, we saw him be a game breaker in the first game against Minnesota with a 45-yard touchdown. He had another 40-yard run in this game.
Well, there was a play too. I mean, it was no game, but Graham got beat across his face, and just as soon as Jahmyr gets the ball, he spins, avoids that one, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Like some of his epic moves in the backfield don't end up in huge gains, but just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's also stepped up with pass pro. Montgomery was very good there.
When they brought Metellus on one of the blitzes, and Jahmyr Gibbs came across the front of Jared Goff and stoned him. Absolutely. So you got a big safety running downhill with a 10-yard sprint, and you're able to stop him in his tracks. That is huge. And Jahmyr Gibbs has done it all.
We have a ton of phone calls to get.
How about this one? We got a Twitcher from Scotland.
Yeah.
Hello from Scotland. Game finished around 5 a.m. our time. I am delightfully exhausted, but I've got 2 whole weeks to sleep. Thanks for listening from Scotland.
John Scotland. We'll get these phone calls in the 9 o'clock hour. TJ Lang is going to strut into the studio at 9:02. Let's get to Heather's news. A little bit that...
No, that's all right. Greg is busy with
that's
phone
okay.
calls.
I don't
Yes.
need the background music. It's all right. Listen to this, you guys. Nicki Minaj could be facing charges here in Detroit over an alleged assault. There it is. She's been sued for allegedly slapping her manager and then threatening to derail his career during a concert that she performed at Little Caesars Arena. So I guess Detroit police have requested a warrant from the Wade County Prosecutor's Office, which could then issue criminal charges against Minaj. So he is also in this lawsuit. He says not only was he hit by her, he had to hide in the bathroom, and he was abandoned in Detroit. She left him. didn't bother to get him on the tour bus or however they were going, flying somewhere. Anyway, he's seeking undisclosed damages. So this time of year, it's the time when college football players, might declare for the NFL draft or enter the transfer portal. Well, University of Washington linebacker Drew Fowler declared for something else in this now viral social media post. So after his team's loss in the Sun Bowl, his college football playing career was officially over. So he jumped on social media to declare for the workforce instead. And a lot of people are loving his post. So, he thanked his coaches and his teammates and everyone who helped him along the way. And then he wrote, with that being said, I'm officially declaring for the job market. I need a job. If you or anyone you know has an employment opportunity, I am your guy. Gritty, hardworking, sneaky, athletic, locker room guy will bring my lunch pail to work. My LinkedIn is updated, and I am #open to work.
His social media or LinkedIn had to absolutely blow up. I guarantee you that was as awesome a post, because we see it all the time. I'm entering the transfer portal.
Right.
I'm declaring for the NFL. And for this, I'm declaring for the job market.
Yes.
What a great post.
Yep. This next story is I love the story. It's something that I want to happen at some point in my life. Exactly this, but something like this. So there's this guy in Illinois
who can walk with me today around 3 o'clock.
Christmas present inside the wall of his childhood home. Okay, so the childhood home is still in the family.
Right.
And he was there. He's now 53 years old, okay? So he was there. He was doing like a small remodel job in the bathroom of his parents' home, and he found this hidden treasure just tucked away behind the drywall. It was a gift for him that he should have received 46 years ago when he was just 6 years old.
How did it end up?
Well, he said that the home has been passed down, and they've had additions added on, so he believes that his parents used to hide the Christmas gifts up in the attic. So he thinks that after these additions, it kind of like got slipped down behind one of the walls, behind the drywall, and it was in this old like Disney-themed wrapping paper, and it was a set of Matchbox Thunder Jets, which he said he would have loved to receive when he was 6. So just something cool. His mom says she doesn't even remember buying it, like she doesn't remember the gift, but it was labeled for him, so there it was. A Dallas Cowboys cheerleader is going viral after she got drilled in the head by a ball off the foot of kicker Brandon Aubrey. Did you see this? Yes. So she was performing there on the sideline on Sunday when right there in the back of the head, she went down, then immediately got back up. Her teammates made sure she was all right. She seems to be doing fine. She did post on social media that she was A-okay, but kind of an odd way to end your season, I guess.
No question.
Yeah. And some other major news, Justin Trudeau is ready to resign as Canadian Prime Minister, and he could do so as early as today. So after 9 years in the office, he is expected to resign before this big general election later this year that he was widely expected to lose. It sounds like he wants to make the announcement very soon before his party's big caucus meeting on Wednesday.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
It doesn't look like he was forced out by his party's lawmakers.
No, just quit, right? Instead of getting voted out, I'm going to go out on my terms.
He's going to resign. Yep. You guys, the world's oldest person has passed away. Last August, there was a Japanese woman who became the oldest living person at 116 years old. She was born on May 23rd, 1908, and according to Guinness World Records, she attended an all-girls high school. She played volleyball. She was 32 when Japan entered World War II. She managed the office of her husband's factory, and she said she lived so long, or they attributed her family to her long life, because she was so active. You guys, she was mountain climbing into her 100s.
That's impressive. Wow.
Yeah. So that's the key, John. Just continue to stay active and mountain climb. Yeah. Now, the world's oldest living person is a Brazilian woman who is also 116 years old. She was just born on, Yeah. Good. Great for her.
And the currently second oldest person in the world is Stoney.
Right, yes. Still kicking and screaming.
It's Heather with the news. Coming up next, TJ Lang, full fallout from another Lions win. This one, the clincher, it's 97.1.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. sports headlines. From the Planet Fitness Studio, this is 97.1 The Ticket.
CBS Sports was calling it the biggest regular season finale in NFL history. And at least for the Lions, it did not disappoint. Lions defeat the Vikings last night by a final score of 31-9. That claims them not just the NFC North title for the second consecutive year, but they are also now the 1 seed in the playoffs. It was a milestone night for Jahmyr Gibbs as he tallied 4 touchdowns, putting him at 20 for the year. That is a Lions record for the most regular season touchdowns scored by a Lion. Detroit now gets to enjoy a bye week ahead of next week's wild card round in the postseason. Some other NFL storylines to come out of Week 18. Michigan alum Blake Corum ended up fracturing his forearm in LA's game against Seattle. New England fires head coach Gerard Mayo after just 1 season. And Aaron Rodgers cracks over 500 career touchdowns thrown. Finally, the Pistons take home court tonight looking for their 4th consecutive win. They welcome in a 12-win Trailblazers team as Detroit looks to improve to 500 on the year with their 18th win. Detroit has been playing some really good basketball as of late, winning 6 of their last 7 games. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Dustin Fiocco. For details on these stories and more, you can stay right here on 97.1 The Ticket. You can also head to Odyssey.com.
NFC North champions.
TJ.
Yes.
I know you got a big head, but you didn't have to undo that. It would have fit over. There you go. I don't believe it. Yes.
TJ's gonna look the part too here. He's wearing a. What does that shirt say?
It's the one they had in the locker room, ready to roll. NFC North champions. That's how you know he's got backstage pass. Boy, those glasses are screaming.
If you tune in on Twitch, you will see all of us decked out for the double-digit disco because the Lions not only won the division, they did it in style, an emphatic win against the Minnesota Vikings. It was billed as the biggest regular season game in NFL history, and the Lions took care of business, TJ. TJ Lang in studio for the 9 o'clock hour. You can't do the sunglasses, huh?
I can't.
Okay.
Told you. It's a big melon.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, some people were saying they were the hangover glasses, so I mean, you might need them. Yeah.
No, what a game though. John, you and I were texting. A couple hours before. Watching film, kind of breaking it down. And I think both of us nailed it. You know, I think both of us said at some point, man. Just the more I think about it, I'm kind of feeling a 10-point win. We didn't see a 22-point win, but and then Sam Darnold kind of it feels like he's going to start reminding people who he is.
Yeah.
And I know he's had an incredible season. I'm not taking anything away from what he's done, especially over the past, call it 2 months. But that just looked like one of those games where Detroit had the experience, not only from last year and going to the NFC Championship game and guys playing in big-time games, but even this year when we used to go, how often we talked about a lot of the 4th downs that they were going for earlier in the year, and getting those reps and getting that experience to where you have to have it in a playoff type game. Who's going to be calm? Who's going to be poised? Who's going to be able to make a play when we have to have it, when our backs are against the wall and it is a must-have? I think all those things last week, Dan Campbell took a lot of slack for playing his guys in San Francisco. Yeah. His guys getting out there, getting some valuable reps, especially on defense, and getting that experience of playing in a primetime game and knowing what it's like to have to claw a little bit and fight and scramble your way back into a game. Like that, you can't convince me that all those things didn't play into that win last night. And I thought, look, the defense was obviously incredible, but you could tell Sam Darnold in the first half he was airmailing a lot of throws. He was airmailing a lot. I know that they were probably putting some of those on Jefferson, and Hawkinson kind of gator-armed one a little bit. I know it's high, but you can tell he was like, this is where I hurt my knee last night. Exactly right. And I thought
defensive game plan was incredible. It looked like they were playing with their hair on fire. Offense, and they let the offense, they gave them time there to where it took it till the second half, but it will give you time to figure it out a little bit. We'll keep treading water, and then you guys start to bury in. That's exactly what happened, man. It was an incredible night at Ford.
In regards to Darnold's performance, now he didn't throw the interceptions, but I felt like he was being super cautious with where he was putting the ball. And by trying to overcompensate, I don't want to throw an interception, so I'm gonna throw it, and he airmails one across the middle to T.J. Hawkinson. He overthrew Justin Jefferson how many times in the end zone? Like, he was trying to put the ball, where he knew it wouldn't be intercepted, but he made it impossible for the best receiver in football to even catch it.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of that too was Aaron Glenn's game plan. And even talking with Anzalone after the game, he's like, a lot of teams are scared to challenge these receivers. Like, they just want to play them.
In 2 miles, take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 south toward Flint, Detroit.
You could tell the game plan yesterday. Let's get up on these guys. Let's play physical. Let's get at the line of scrimmage and kind of get under it a little bit. Because you know that the quarterback is going to have that mindset in a big game where it's, I can't turn the ball over. So I think that the game plan met the execution, which was beautiful to see, right? Because that's the thing. When you dominate football games, it's not just, the coach called a great game or the players made some incredible play. It's both things coming together. And that's what it looked like last night. And you can definitely tell, you nailed it. Sam Darnold did not want to put that ball in harm's way, which was out of his style. I mean, all season he was the guy, hey, I'll force it into tight windows and trust my guys to go make plays. Last night, you could tell, obviously, in a game of that magnitude was hesitant, right? If I miss here, it could be a big play, right? Which played exactly into the Lions' hands and basically exactly how they wanted Sam Darnold to play.
As a former player, now that you don't get a chance to experience anymore, is there any better feeling, as we think about it in terms of the defense, being able to impose your will on an offense, is there any better feeling when you take the field and through 60 minutes,
use the right 2 lanes to take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 south toward Flint, Detroit.
or on a defense, is there any better feeling?
Any better feeling in the world, or
in the football world? We'll get to decorative. I tell you what.
Take the exit, then keep right to merge onto I-75 south toward Detroit.
The first time was always going to be the best,
Keep right to merge onto I-75 south toward Detroit.
I mean, this might sound crazy to people, but to me going out there tonight, it wasn't, are we going to win? It's by how much. That's how we felt, and we know there was a lot of people that didn't feel that way. I mean, that's how I feel about it. Counting our defense out and then talking bad about them. I mean, they were incredible today at all levels.
So to your answer, yes. But on the football field,
football field, especially when you play a team like that.
In 4.5 miles, take exit 56 beyond to M8 West.
Around this Lions team that just had some, I'm not gonna say ill will, but there was something that they believed Minnesota fraudulent, right? They're more of a finesse team. When it comes down to, they're kind of a Tyson and Jake Paul, like, hey, we're gonna jab you and try to get cute. Where they're like the Tommy Hearns and Hagler, just we're going to throw absolute haymakers and just, abuse you and be violent and play physical. And I think that I got that sense throughout the past week about this Lions team. And you're right, when you go out there and you prove it, there's nothing more validating in the world of football, right? You can talk about it all you want, but unless you actually go out there and do it, it doesn't mean anything. Last night, especially when, like we said, it took the offense a while to get going, but when they started going in the second half, it was abuse there, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, the way that offensive line was moving around, the way Sam Laporta was burying Van Ginkel
on that touchdown,
on some of those runs.
The pancake was, I've watched it 100 times if I watched it once.
Amazing, incredible. But that's the style of football that wins you games. That's a style of football that is sustainable throughout December and January when you get into those games. I think there was a part of them that was like, hey, Minnesota's getting all this love. Hey, let's go prove what actually wins football games, right? And they played their exact style of football.
14-2. The Vikings were 14-2. And to your point, they weren't fraudulent in regards to being 14-2, but the path to get to 14-2 was much different. This was a first place schedule that the Lions were playing because they won the division last year.
You're right.
It was a last place schedule that the Vikings were playing. So the path to get there was much different. The obstacles were much different. And I just think it all showed when you are being pushed all season long, even if it's by a team that's not as good as you, but they're still a 14-win team, and you match up at the end of the year, whether it's the Eagles, and they obviously fell by the wayside a couple of weeks ago, but you are being pressed to do things better every single week. It paid off last night.
No doubt. It's iron sharpens iron, right? You're going to learn everything from playing the other first place teams. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, more importantly. And I think that, playing that schedule and having to play some of these tough games, and, San Fran obviously wasn't the team that everybody thought they were going to be this year, but going out on the road last week and kind of proving to yourself, hey, we can do this, man. Like, it's not always going to look pretty, but we got the dogs here, man. We got the guys that are just going to figure it out, be resilient, be persistent, and go out there and find a way to win. You learn a lot about yourself, especially now with the 17-game season, when you play that.
In 2 miles, take exit 56 beyond to M8 West.
I'm just so glad. I was so worried on Friday, because we're all thinking, like, okay, obviously we want to win. John, we talked to ourselves in the day. Then there's part of you like, what if we do lose? Like, I don't even want to think about a 14-3 team, and we're talking about it as kind of being not a failure, but like a disappointment. I don't even want to think about that, man. Yeah. Oh my God. Yesterday I woke up like I can't get on another flight back to the West Coast. I know you were here last week. I don't know if Casa told you my West Coast hotel story, but
no.
Well, we'll do it off air. We'll do it off air. But but all those things, and then you realize exactly what Coach said. Hey, you reminded yourselves and you reminded everybody exactly who the F you are, right? And there's no better feeling, especially rolling into the playoffs. You haven't had a bye week since October, right? I know you had the long weekend after Green Bay, but to get some guys back healthy and just sit some of these veterans down, it just played into it was perfection last night.
The build-up to this game was great.
No doubt.
Meaningful football game, as meaningful a regular season game the league has ever seen.
Yes.
TJ, coming up next, how much does it mean? We'll get to that, what it means for the Super Bowl, what it means for their route, what it means. You've already kind of touched on it with the bye week, but we'll explore that more. And we've got phone calls. You guys are welcome. We got open lines, 248-539-9797. It's a Victory Monday.
Use the right lane to take exit 56 beyond to M8 West.
Hey, it's winter driving season again, and we hope that you're all getting to work safely, but it's the time of year where reckless drivers are everywhere. They can't seem to keep their own cars under control. If you get injured in an auto accident during this or any time of the year, you need an injury attorney who's going to be responsive to your needs and aggressive against the insurance company.
Take the exit, then keep right toward Oakland Avenue and Woodward Avenue.
Pick the phone right now and speak with David personally by calling 855-65-CRASH.
Use the right lane to keep right toward Oakland Avenue and Woodward Avenue.
855-65-CRASH or on the web at getdavidgetpaid.com.
Well, regular season's done.
Yeah. Playoff.
Playoff.
From the
Wild
WWJ
card
24-hour
round.
traffic center, sponsored by Bishop Airport. Welcome to your Monday morning. Off to a bit of a dangerous start with
So the Lions are done for the season.
Keep right, then take the first left onto Oakland Avenue.
They have a bye.
Here, thanks to my cameras, I can see this one.
They got
some huge delays along westbound M8 Davis.
They have next week off, and then they play the following week.
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn onto Oakland Avenue.
You were, because you weren't paying attention.
Northbound M39 after 7 Mile Road. Left shoulder.
Turn left.
Blocked by the crash there. Book your winter adventure from Flint Bishop with daily.
In about 1.5 miles, make a U-turn.
We connect you to the world. Low fares and affordable parking make Flint Bishop an amazing value. Start exploring at bishopairport.org. I'm Val Berry with traffic.
This is the 1 o'clock game that you prefer to watch it with your dad.
This just in.
Is the 1 o'clock game.
Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to
In 1 mile, make a U-turn.
And our new hack spot will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28.
Stay in the middle 3 lanes.
$15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details. Norwegian Cruise Line invites you to experience more in the Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and beyond. For a limited time, get 50% off all cruises.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
all-new More at Sea cruising package, including unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Go past this light, then make a U-turn.
Savings on gig speed only with Xfinity now through January 16. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to
Make a U-turn.
on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in.
In half a mile, keep right toward Woodward Avenue and M1.
And mobile. From home to hotspots this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Use the right lane to keep right toward Woodward Avenue and M1.
Speed spare. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig plus 1 unlimited welcome line and AT&T Fiber Gig plus 1 unlimited starter line. Xfinity internet required. Reduce speeds up to 30 megabits if
Because we missed our turn getting off.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes repair,
Keep right.
an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown.
At the next light, turn right.
Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights.
At the light, turn right onto Woodward Avenue.
HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher...
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Woodland Street.
If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better.
It was kind of boring anyway.
Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, price lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet. Exclusions, taxes, and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account.
Yeah, it was kind of boring.
$35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting
It was, so makes the day drag forever.
The daily tip from BetQL presented by Bet.
Yeah,
Go past this light.
I'd say we'd
then
get a
turn
little
left
bit of
onto Woodland
overtime.
Street.
70 and the Odyssey app.
Yep.
Turn left. Then the destination is on your left.
Still looking, drifting left, now rolling right, being chased, throws, end zone, incomplete. Intended for Addison, great defense by Terry and Arnold, and Minnesota comes up empty again. How about that Lions defense? Minnesota 0 for 4 in the red zone tonight.
An Aaron Glenn masterpiece. And I thought an underrated part of that game was Dan Campbell intimidating
Probably February or March.
You know Detroit's going
is
for
when
it
your
on fourth down,
sister's
so
going to be
Minnesota's
calling
first
you
trip to the
about
red zone,
taxes.
they go for it. Out of character for them. Yeah. They don't get it.
The destination is on your left.
They're trailing.
Arrived.
And they were very inconsistent with their fourth down decisions, whereas Detroit scored touchdowns on drives with fourth downs. Yeah. I thought Dan Campbell outcoached him. I think Dan Campbell's the coach of the year.
And do they lead the league? Like, is that a record how many touchdowns they've scored on a fourth down this year? It's got to be. I mean, it's got just like 8 or 9, I feel like, at least.
I don't know, you have to go to the stats that you and I have been talking about.
I know, yeah, probably. I mean, but you're right. And that's why we've talked about every week, and I know I mentioned it already to start the show, but when you go for it on some of these fourth downs, you're building that kind of memory bank.